Here's what's going on in number 5. We have that the number x in thousands of flea collars, so x is the number of thousands of flea collars, demanded each year at a certain price, p dollars, is expressed by this function. So there's a relationship between the price of flea collars and the number of flea collars that are demanded. Now, because x is a function of p, and this one we could actually solve for x, but we'll do this implicitly. Because s is a function of p, I'm going to say that x is a function of p, and it's just some unknown function right now. So we are going to have f of p cubed plus 225 p squared equaling that 19,500. Now let's differentiate it. So implicit differentiation. So look at this. We've got a power. So general power rule. Derivative of the outside times the derivative of the inside. So we're going to have 3. And then f of p, now decreased by 1. There's the derivative of the outside times the derivative of the inside. We don't know the inside, so we'll just indicate it with f prime. All right, so here is the derivative of the outside times the derivative of the inside. And then let's get this one here. 2 comes down as a multiplier, and we'll decrease it by 1. So plus 450p equals, and then the derivative of that constant we know is 0. Now what we're trying to get here is f prime of p. So let's solve for f prime of p. So let's subtract. Okay, so we're going to get 3 times f of p cubed times f prime of p equals negative 450p, and now let's divide. So we will get f prime of p equaling negative 450p over 3 times f prime, or just f, of p cubed. Now I'm going to make a replacement again. Remember, all the way back up here, we said f of p and x, right? X was a function of p, right? The number sold, number demanded is a function of the price. So x was f of p. So I'm going to bring that down here. The f of p's, those are going to be x's. So I'm going to rewrite this up at the top here. I'm going to write it as x prime is equal to negative 450p over 3x cubed. There's our derivative. I think I'm going to circle this so I don't lose it here. There's our derivative. And now the problem tells us this, that currently the price is $3, and the demand, I'm going to write it this way, the demand is, what was that, 25,950. So we're going to have a demand of 25,950 at $3, but keep in mind this is in thousands. We need to be careful here. This is already in thousands, so I'm going to write that x is equal to 25.950. It's already in thousands, right? So bring our decimal point over. I don't want to be using this number here. I don't want to be using this number. That would be 25,000, right? So x is already in thousands, so we'll use this number right here. Let's compute. So we'll get x prime is equal to negative 450 times the price, which is 3, over 3 times x, which is 25.95 cubed. Now, my calculator is showing that x prime is equal to 0.6682. Now, let's see what this means. Remember, this is slope, so I'm going to write it as a slope as 0.6682 all over 1. So this means which is what doesn't mean exactly. Let's go back up here and let's look at this. This x prime, maybe that's a little bit tricky to interpret, but x prime, this is, I'm going to write it this way. Maybe this will make it better. This is the derivative with respect to, now not y, but p, right? This tells me I'm looking to see how does x change as the price changes. So what we're getting is this. This is negative, actually that's a negative, right? Negative 0.6682 over 1. So what it says is that as the price increases by $1, the demand will go down. There's our negative. Demand will go down by 0.6682 thousand. So as the price increases by $1 from 3 to 4, demand will go down because of the negative 0.6682 thousandths. But the problem asks, what happens 2 years from now? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this by 2. I don't want this denominator to be 1. I want it to be 2. So just double everything. So when I do that, I'm going to get this. Negative 1.336 over 2. So we're going to get a decrease, right? There it is. There's the decrease by how much? A decrease by 1.336 thousand. So let's just go ahead and write this as thousand. Let's just move it over. So we're going to decrease by how much? 1,336. I think that's going to be our answer. So as the price increases from $3 to $5, right, increases by 2, the demand will decrease by about 1336.